Hi everyone, it's me again, Pastor X. Well, beautiful month of love. February, a good month. It's been a while since we interacted here this way, in this manner. Hope everyone is well and everyone is happy wherever you are. Well, we have a lot of stuff happening this year. Need to check out our Facebook page for our calendar. I'm talking about on the 22nd of February, we're having our Before I Do seminar. This is for singles and for those who are engaged. Anything that you might need to know before you say I do. And on the 29th, we'll be talking, Tluf-Tluf stuff. We'll be having a seminar where we are dealing with all the sex-related matters, and it's just going to be hot. And thank you so much to everyone who was at our previous seminar, which was the couples resolutions seminar that we had end of January. That was beautiful. You can check out the pictures on our Facebook page, and don't forget to click at the bottom here and click the subscribe button, and you can also share it with your friends and anyone else who might benefit out of this. And we also have our financial literacy seminar in March. And there's just a lot, Get in touch with us, 083-331-7350 via WhatsApp, and we can be able to send you the annual calendar. In April and September, we have our 4 days annual couples camp. It's just crazy. So if you want to be part of the family, send us your number and we'll keep you in the loop with everything. Anyway, without wasting any time, I thought I'm going to talk about, in preparation for the 29th, and because it's the month of love, and next week we'll be celebrating Valentine's for those who are celebrating it. And what way to do that if it's not through talking about few things. So I want to talk briefly right now about the benefits of being casual, about private parts. When we grew up, frowning upon. The funny thing is, when you are young, you can freely walk around naked, you can bath with everyone, but it comes this time and a stage where all of a sudden now private parts are this big thing. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be. However, if now you are in a relationship, you are married, you should be comfortable, with them. Even though I do teach about the limits, what are the limits of being too comfortable, being naked in front of your partner and so forth. So, but in general, and on average, you should be as comfortable as possible, being naked and also touching each other and just playing with each other. And here is another way now that I want to share about of how best you can be able to do that, where you can be comfortable with each other and make sure Oguti, nothing is frowned upon when you guys deal and talk about any sex-related matters. So it's something that you need to train and you need to be comfortable with in order for you to be able to do anything with it at any given time, okay? So one way of doing that is having pet names for your private parts, where you just call them what they are or what you would like them to be. There's a couple of names that you can create your own names, but I'm going to give you a few. And then I'm going to give you the reasons and benefits of having pet names for your private parts with your partner. Okay, and one common one, this is my favorite one. This is one that I love, I use, and I prefer. George and Gloria. Well, this came out of one time I was teaching about the G-spot and how to navigate it, and something just came to me saying, no, the G-spot is one place that God has hidden. It's his spot, G-spot, God's spot. And then I thought, wow, if there's a G-spot, and there must be George, no Gloria. It's going to be G. You get my drift, all right? So George and Gloria, you can have a red wagon for Usisi, and then a red dragon for Uput, dragon, something masculine, something vicious, something strong. Well, abanye ke banokuhamba ngama run flat, but it's understandable. But those are the names that you can give. You can have red velvet and red vulture. Red velvet, those who love cake, you'll know red velvet is just divine, all right? And then if you have a red vulture, it's something that is just ready to go there, even if it's, bleeding, even if it's those rainy days, and the vulture just wants to eat. Just wants to eat. You can also have Winky and Twinkie. Okay, Winky and Twinkie. It sounds, I don't know, I just put these names together. It just sounds kinky. It's kinky-liciously. And then you can have a garage and a limousine. All right. So Usisi has a garage, and from time to time, and every now and then, whether you are happy or not, you would like to park your limousine inside the garage. Okay. And then you can have muffin stuff. Okay, the other one, Usisi's, she's got a muff. And when I've got the staff, when David says, your rod and your staff. Well, yeah, you can have your staff. The nice thing is a staff is a staff. It's a relative. A staff for a dwarf, it could be just a short stick, and a staff for, a big guy. So a staff is a staff. You can have a love button and an alarm button. Do you get my drift? Do you get me where I'm going with this? And you can have the Cave of Wonders and the joystick. So there's this cave, there's full of wonders there. And most of you have been married for a long time, but you haven't discovered all the wonders that are coming and are going with this thing. Okay, so, and here is a Cave of Wonders, and you have this joystick to navigate this cave. You can't go into a cave without a stick to balance, because at times you'll have to crawl, at times you'll have to, go against the walls and. You can have Ivajavaja and Idinga eh? Oh Lord, help me. I don't know. I came with these names. Imagine you're sitting there now and you're saying to your partner, can we schedule a meeting between George and Gloria? That sounds kinky, right? And says, oh, how Gloria or how George misses Gloria, how Gloria misses George. Only God knows. Only God knows. And the two of you also know, all right? The two of you know exactly what you're talking about. And sometimes you could be sitting with your friends, or even your parents are visiting. Imagine going like, you know what, we need to set up a play date with George, for George and Gloria. Or you're just sitting with friends and you're having a braai and you're just thinking, damn, I wouldn't mind a quickie, where you just say, George is up. Is Gloria also up for a play game? And you can maybe respond, let's say you are on your periods, my sister, you can say, oh Lord, Gloria would like to play with George, but she's sleeping because she's hurt. And funny enough, she's even bleeding. She hurt herself and she's bleeding. And then it's like, no one else would know that code. You know that she's on her period, and there's no game. You need to find alternatives in terms of what can be done around that. Now, let me quickly give you the benefits and the advantages of having the pet names for your private parts. Number one, it increases the naughtiness and fun in the relationship. It becomes more fun because you become casual about it, and it makes you to be as comfortable and casual to talk about sex issues because you are so casual about it. All right, you make it more fun, something that you can laugh about, something that you can be able to be private while you are public about it. It's a public-private matter or a private-public matter. You get my drift. You become more open. That's number three. You become more open to talk about sex because the beautiful thing is that it doesn't feel burdensome because it feels like you're talking about another person. It's a third person speak, as opposed to you saying your part, my penis, your vagina. So it feels like you're talking about someone else, and as a result, it becomes easy for you to be more open about it. But also, if you're giving it a name, a specific name, anything that has a name is associated with certain emotions and feelings. Even cows. If your cow is Bontrog, when you talk about Bontrog and say Bontrog doesn't look well today, you see, it's easy for you to consider the feelings of anything that you give a name to. So if you have a name to that, and I'm coming to you and say, but baby, this thing for the last 2 days, you've been starving, Gloria. It's just been a buffet for George, but Gloria hasn't been nourished well. It's easy to talk about it. It doesn't feel overwhelming and burdensome. Okay, so it gives you also the other advantage and benefit. It gives you to have a private code. If you have visitors, if you have, family visiting, or even when you have your kids around, you can still be able to talk. At some point, you'll hear your kids talking about George. Like, Mom, so when are we meeting George and Gloria? Like, we've heard you talking about them. That on its own can just create a bit of fun and so forth. But also the other thing is it allows it to be more like a teaser. It becomes easy for you to be more sexy. It sounds sexy. It's like, baby, okay, it's fine. I see you want to go sleep, but at least can I just have some few moments? Can I have some few minutes with Gloria, and then you can go and sleep. I don't mind you sleeping, but I don't think Gloria wants to sleep as well. Can you go sleep alone? You see, even if you want to address something that is a bit harsh and sensitive, that tones it down, all right? You become more at ease to kind of like talk about it. And like I said, it's more talking on the third person, and it takes away also that guilt that we have, especially for us as Abodaki, when it comes to talking about sex, because we make it to be this foreign thing. Let me leave it at that. Allow it to sink, and make sure that you share this with your partner, or you listen to this with your partner. God bless you as you're having a beautiful month ahead, and hope to speak to you guys sometime soon again. And remember, if you need any of my books, there's 19 of them. The new one now is Intimacy After Infidelity. How do you become intimate again with your partner after infidelity? It is possible. And then there's another one that says Happily Ever After Betrayal. And you can be able to have intimacy and also be able to move on past any betrayal. But you need to be willing to work on it and be able to do it. So if you want to order any of the books, or you want a list of all the books, make sure that you send us your request with your name and your location, and then we'll be able to send you a list of all the books that we have. And also you can use the same line 083 331 7350 even for the events. God bless you, and Keep well and keep Tluf-Tlufing.